SpanMan is an online tool for the design of structural members in houses and many other types of buildings. It can be used by architects, builders, structural engineers, and even home handymen. SpanMan produces designs in timber, steel, and light gauge steel simultaneously. It designs across hundreds of sections all at once to give you lots of options to pick the most suitable member for your structure. And we are sure it will save you hours in your next design. Next, we pick a ceiling material. It's important again to look at the composition of these materials and make sure they match the ceiling you have. So for instance, softwood is a timber and plaster, obviously it's a plaster and it's more brittle than softwood, and actually the design slightly changes between the two. Or you can add a manual load as we did previously, or look, I will just pick no ceiling because my 45 kilograms a meter squared includes a ceiling. Then I design in SpanMan. I'm designing here with this being set to list all suitable timber and steel sections. So SpanMan is designing across every single member it has and picking the lightest section in each of the material types. So any of these would work in SpanMan. I can sort them by name or by their weight. Now, you can also design in an individual material, but there's no real advantage in that unless you only want to see results in this one material. And in this case, all of these solutions would work, from the 190 by 35 down to these doubled up members. When members are doubled up, it is in effect halving the spacing. They needn't be laminated together, but you could do that as well. Once you've designed a member in SpanMan, you might wish to get a printout of the calculations, in which case you highlight the member and press calculations, where you fill in the member name just as a reference, the project number, the project name and the project address. Press print and it will produce a PDF for you. You can submit that to a building surveyor, but probably it's better to get a certificate. Again, it asks for the project details. That's a summary of the calculations and it's a lot shorter. So if you look at the full calculations, it's fairly long. Many pages of calculations, whilst the certificate, it's just a couple of pages. When you submit that member for certification, it's important to read the certificate because it states a number of assumptions from the data you've entered to a few things about the design criteria and the codes that have been used. You can also look at the criteria SpanMan uses by selecting the criteria button, but that's what we cover in the second video about roof members. That's about it. Have fun designing roof members in SpanMan.